Hey guys, today we're going to be working on a 2014 or 2016, whichever it is, 883 Harley Davidson Sportster. And we're going to be changing the primary drive oil. Now, this drain plug on this one is a 5/8 socket, fits it. Now this is on the left side of the engine on the bottom, near where your foot would sit near the foot peg. And what Patrick is doing there, now this is Patrick's bike, he's turning the wrenches on this one today. He removed the drain plug and now he's going to get rid of this O-ring seal. Now that thing had been leaking. He had been having some drips come out of the bottom of his motorcycle and couldn't figure out where it was at. And come to find out, it was not engine oil. It was that seal on his primary cover had been leaking. So he's cleaned the plug off a little bit. He's going to wipe it off a little bit more. But he's put on one of these new high temperature silicone type O-ring seals. Now you can get the black rubber if you want, but these are a little better and for about the same money, maybe just a little bit more, and you get a whole pack of them. And I'll list some of this stuff down in the description, because if you own one of these things, there's no reason you can't do this yourself. Now, if you notice, now Patrick is turning that bolt backwards. Now he's doing that so it will fall down into the threads and he won't cross thread it. That's real important. You don't want to cross thread this. If you got to be able to start it with your finger and turn it several rounds up in there, because anytime you cross thread your oil drain plug, or in this case the primary oil drain plug, you're going to get into a big headache. And just a little common sense and take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry. But now we're doing this video in real time, and we're going to show you about all the steps up until the end there. We're going to show you all the steps to get through this. There's no need to take your bike into a Harley dealer for service, because you can do this. You can do it yourself. So he got the oil drained out. He changed the gasket, wiped his drain plug, installed the drain plug with the new O-ring gasket. Now he's going to remove the primary cover. Now this, again, he's still working on the left side of the engine. He's got a pretty cool little tool there. That's a T27 Torx bit he's using for these screws. Now this one, it's coming out a little tougher. He's going to have a little issue starting this one later. I think maybe somebody started that one not quite straight last time. But this is a used bike, and you get into that sometimes. But we should have 6 T27 Torx screws. There's one that's kind of right underneath the foot peg there. It's really hard to get to, but just fish it around in there, you'll get it. Yeah. And again, we're doing this in real time, not cutting out anything, so you guys can see this is not a big job at all. This is not a big job at all. This is just routine maintenance, and anybody can do this. Now, since he already drained all the oil out of the primary and then reinstalled his drain plug, I don't think there's a torque spec on there, so just snug your drain plug down. Don't get it too overexcited and strip it out. That would be a bad day. Now, once he pulls his primary cover off, he's got a little funnel type piece on the end of that gear oil bottle. Now, what he's using is a 75W140 Mobile One fully synthetic gear lube. And yours might call for something different. Now Patrick's bike has got stock clutches, and so it doesn't require anything special, but he likes this, and I do too. I was all for this. But you just go easy. because if you go too fast, you'll spill it out of there. It'll run out. But it takes 32 ounces, 1 quart, 1 U.S. quart, to fill up your primary after you've drained it. Now, this one, we did kind of fudge a little bit here. He had already installed his gasket before Andy got the camera going. But that little O-ring seal gasket in there, that's no big deal. 9 times out of 10, you won't even have to replace it. But since he did have a little leak before, he's kind of paranoid about his seals, and I don't blame him. That one did look pretty bad. But this is it. I mean, once you've got her filled up with your 32 ounces of gear oil, you know, you can just put the cover back on and tighten everything down. And the cover, you know, it's got a little indentation down there at the bottom where your cable goes. So, you know, there's really no way to get it wrong. Just take care and make sure you line that little indentation up with your cable, and then your other 6 primary cover screws just go right back in the spot. And that's really it for this job. That's all of it. Once he finishes putting these primary screws on, he's done. And again, you know, see what kind of clutches you got. Now, Patrick has got stock clutches in his. But if you've got these aftermarket clutches, these high-dollar clutches, they may recommend a different type of gear oil, like Red Line or something like that. But if it's just stock, you know, you can use the 75W140 fully synthetic gear lube. And that's all we got for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.